that's where I got my scholarship.
Oh.
I went where I could get it, you know.
Oh, you're a smart Jew then. Yeah.
No, it was a partial. Don't get me wrong. I fucked off a lot, so I was A and B student.
I actually spent my first semester at all-male school because they gave me a full scholarship, and I couldn't handle it. It was like, fuck this. So there are only like 3 of those in the nation, so you can probably figure out one of them. But anyhow, then I went to a hippy-dippy college in Florida, so which was really cheap because I had basically dual citizenship, Michigan or Florida. So I ended up like, hey, I'm going down here. So help.
There you go.
Yeah, public tuition rates, whatever. Kids today, it's like you hear about what people have to pay. Like my sister's like, yeah, it's like $60,000 a year to go to college. I'm like, what? I'm like, $6,000 for the whole 4 years? No. Like, they're like, maybe they could be a welder or something. Like, Courtney's gonna be a welder. I'm like, well, remember Jennifer Beals in that movie? She was hot ass welder. I don't know. It's like I wouldn't be having no way I'd pay $60,000 to send a fucking kid to college for read the fucking classics and do drugs. Would you? That seems like excessive. That's what they have to pay though to go to private school. So.
Well, the problem is that they're sending all these people in when they should only be sending in the brightest, the scholarship. I mean, it's just...
And they should just pay for those people to go and then, pay for people. Yeah. But it's... And that's kind of what's happening because I think Princeton dropped tuition. So if you get into Princeton, you'll pay tuition. But then again, if you're in fucking Princeton and you had to pay tuition, you pay it back in 10 years anyhow. So I don't know, but it's weird for like my family where people, we're not like, connected to anything, but we have money and smart. So you want to send your kid to school, and like my sister wants to send her daughter to the best school. So he's like, well, I'm like, well, and then she's like, well, $60,000 a year. I'm like, oh fuck, man, what the hell? So what are you gonna do? I'm like, well, you're probably better off doing it because she might meet a hot dude. It's got money, He can pay off her loans or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, there's people out there that they become plumbers and all they need is like I think a month or something of training, and then electricians. And while these things sort of start off really kind of cheap, once you get to be like a journeyman electrician or journeyman plumber, you can make a ton of money.
Yeah,
that's what people should be thinking about doing, instead of going to a 4-year college and not doing shit with the degree.
Yeah. Do you remember Dickhead, that guy that I had call him a few times in Chicago?
Yeah.
He's a union electrician that's gone through all the journeyman program. He has a hard time getting work.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. His friend, who's also my friend Tim, is a union plumber. He's gone through all the journeyman program. Not only the plumbers are bad, I guess, because not only do they have a hard time getting work, but they work with a lot of asbestos and stuff. So the life expectancy mid-50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I know my brother married this chick who my brother got divorced and he married this like a hot chick whose son went to like what's it called? What's the art school in New York where you go to dance and performing arts school? Juilliard? Yeah. So my brother married this chick whose kids go to Juilliard, whatever. And what the hell is this? What was I talking about before? Wait, what it cost? Wait, no. What the hell was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say about that. Holy shit, totally forgot what I was going to say. Anyhow, so yeah, the plumber, they die in their mid-50s, right? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know something about the Juilliard thing. Oh no, wait, no. The reason she had a lot of money is her fucking she was married to a guy who was in the union and died. That's how she got like a big ass settlement. All right, that's why she started getting Juilliard. All right, that's all. Yeah, so if you kick early, your wife gets a bunch of money, and then she can marry my brother, and he'll drink, and hang out with you. But yeah, I mean, Dickhead, like, he's a electrician, which is a bigger, more difficult thing to do than a plumber, but it's just so hard for them to get work because, particularly in Chicago, where the housing bubble caused a lot of people to go into it. So when it retracted, it was this more senior people that would get work, and he's just hanging on to it because of pensions and because Illinois has really good pensions and healthcare. So because we were like, hey, he hasn't worked as an electrician more than like a couple weeks a year in like 4 years, right? But he's like, well, if I stay here, I still get my pension credits and I still get my healthcare.
Didn't he say he was like a painter part-time too or something?
Yeah, he does that. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna actually tell him to go hang out with Rick, but I don't know. But he probably scared Rick because Rick was scared of Saddam. So it's strange how people can be that like parochial that they go to Chicago and there's somebody with a slightly little bit of a tan and a mustache. Suddenly that guy looks mean. Okay.
Well, I think when you're from like Lansing or wherever Rick's from, I guess you're probably just used to the white guy and black guy, not used to the Arab dude.
Yeah, you got the white guy, okay, good, black guy, bad, and then you got this Arab guy who's like, and there's no way Andy would fuck anybody, I mean, he's a businessman. He wants you to stay. He's not gonna fuck you. I don't know. That was just all in Rick's head, I think.
So that was a successful in real life troll that you sent him to Spectrum, right?
I wasn't no, I wanted no. You thought
listen to your voice. Listen to your Debbie Daly fucking giddy voice.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I mean, it's successful in terms of it exposed Rick for being a fucking backwards ass hick from Lansing, but other than that, no. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, come on. I don't know. But then, I mean, I've been in the army, I've been in prison, so for me, other races aren't that big a deal. But for him, I guess it was like traumatic. I don't know.
Or like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, oh. But he said talk to Lonnie though. You're right. Yeah, you said white guys because he talked to the black guy who's the door guy, and he thought he was cool. So that's somebody he could categorize and deal with. But these Levantine people who are just from Cyprus or whatever, who can't deal with them. So
now, if you go to Chicago and you walked in there, would a lot of people know you?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah. Shit.
Was that your to-go bar when you lived in Chicago?
Well, it was a block from the. When I lived last time place I lived. I mean, I moved out of. I lived in this loft place. Really nice, It was all Jews though. Somehow I got to live there. They thought I was Jewish because when Rahm Emanuel got elected, his house. He had like a house out in the in like not in the suburbs, but like in the northern part of Chicago where you have a house and kids and that. But he had rented it out, right? And the guy that was renting it was not of his political party, so he wouldn't give it back to him until the lease was up. So, and also Ram's kids were going to Sidwell Friends School on Wisconsin Avenue in D.C. Right? I fucking walk in one day, right? This was my birthday because the election just happened. This has happened in 2011. Fucking my birthday. I just turned 40. And at this point I'm just blasted on coke all the time, drinking. I'm walking around basically with a bottle of Crown Royal and a cocaine bumper. and there's all these fucking people coming to the lobby. It's this great fucking building. There's like fake robots in the lobby and shit. And we don't have a door guy. The building doesn't have a door guy because it's like you want to be private, whatever, right? I come in and there's like this Yoko Ono looking bitch, which is Rom's hand. There's all these little fucking suits. I see all these little high expensive suits. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, is somebody's kid or something? And there's this woman, and like very severe woman. She looked like an Asian, like Connie Chung, whatever, right? Wearing a very like a red, like a skirt with a jacket thing. She's very serious. She's ordering all these people around, right? And we have two elevators. She commandeers both elevators, right? And I'm just getting pissed off. And I'm in the elevator going, I should say the story. I wrote a story about it, but. And then they get in the elevator with me, Connie Chung and that. And I'm there and I got my bottle of whiskey. I fucking pull out my bottle of Crown Royal, rip the top off. And I reach out to Connie Chung. I'm like, you look like you could use this. And she just looked at me like, oh man. I'm like, okay. And then for like the next 9 months, we had to deal with security and Rahm Emanuel. So, but it was cool. Yeah.
So what's going to happen there? With Emmanuel and that Garcia guy.
Yeah, Chewy Garcia. I think Emmanuel's going to win, but I think that means that he's not going to get a national office. But because the Chewy guy doesn't really want to be mayor. I think he's like, oh fuck, I'm fucking Mexican, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. It's a tough job. Chicago's fucked. Illinois is fucked. Their pension obligations are far outstrip any ability they have to pay. So nobody wants the job other than Rahm, I think. So I think it's just a little bit of a smack Rahm on the knuckles a little bit and say, hey, pay more attention to us. That's all it is. But
huh? You guys don't have too many Mexicans in Chicago, do you?
No. No, we have a lot of. Chicago's a larger Mexican population, I think, than LA, dude.
Oh, I thought maybe it was a different type of Hispanic there, like maybe a Rican population or something.
I'd say no. It's about 40% of the city is Hispanic, I think, at this point, which is majority. I think it's.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Wow.
serious? Yeah, yeah. And I think among that, I'd say it's 90% straight off, Mexico. Then there's Puerto Ricans, a smattering of Cubans, but it's mostly Mexicans and Puerto Rican. Oh my God, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why there's Anita Alvarez. There's a lot of Mexicans who I thought would run. This guy just kind of ran, and so, but, well, I, I mean, how is Arizona doing about their pen? The thing is, from Chicago, people like cops, teachers, all these people retire out to Arizona, right? And then we send money out there to you guys. So you guys should be doing fine. You know what I mean? They're getting pensions from Chicago, but they're spending them out there where you live. So
We have our own problem because we do the pension spiking.
oh,
You know what that is, right?
so you don't have defined contribution, you have defined benefit type thing where they.
Yeah, a lot of cops and firefighters, they keep doing the pension spiking, so they get these nasty ass great, retirement plans.
Yeah, which
Based.
are just pie in the sky. There's no way those should be honored. I don't understand it, but
Yeah, so
Private
they tried to do something about it, but then the cops and the firefighter unions lied, said, "Oh, protect our future. Oh, that they want to get rid of us," and it was just strictly to get rid of pension spiking only, and that was it. And then they lied, and then they won. So
yeah. I mean, I've heard other people say this, and I talked to RD about this. I think what's going on is basically, as long as they keep paying these sky-high pensions for the like first responders or cops and firefighters and that, there will be no revolution. But I think at some point they're going to have to say, we can't pay you these promised pensions, and at that point the cops will no longer work for the man. That makes I mean, like when shit goes down right now, the cops will say, okay, well, we're getting paid, so we're going to step on whatever the protesters. But at some point these pension promises, there's no way they can pay them. They're just too
just too much.
Yeah,
way too much.
and when that happens, the cops will stop defending the status quo, and they will switch sides and be on our side. And at that point is when I think you'll have a revolution. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to do it, and what they're doing is they're cutting off they're trimming services from elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely tell. And so, but there's going to be a breaking point at some point. You just can't do that. I mean, these people, $200,000 like pension plans a year, and you're just some like cop, I mean, come on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I forget what city it was. If it was Elgin or Rockford or something. 95% of their property taxes, 95% goes to service pensions. 4% goes to the library. Yeah. I mean, like, wow. That's their main source. I mean, 95% goes to like guys in Arizona and Florida or Maui or wherever the fuck you retire to. That's not sustainable. And so let's see what happens. I mean, certain like Illinois is okay. Not Illinois. Illinois sucks, but Minnesota, for instance, is okay. I've noticed, because my theory was that they were going to nationalize it, but then I started looking at the percentages of problems by state, and it turns out like there's only a few states that are really bad. Like New Jersey's bad, California's bad, Illinois is bad, some other states. A lot of states are in pretty good shape with their pensions because either they renegotiated them or they never, or the unions were never that powerful where they got these pie in the sky promises. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of surprised you guys have it, because that's always supposed to be one of the benefits of a newer state is you don't have all these legacy pension promises you're supposed to.
Well, it's because, Arpaio is pretty powerful out here, and so he's got all these guys on their books, and everyone... Yeah, I'm surprised too, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out exactly where you can go to live, where you won't be paying, so much for. And it's actually, Michigan has kind of done the dirty. I mean, Detroit in particular, they've gone through bankruptcy, so they're going beyond that now. And it's quite interesting. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more going on here. I feel like everyone back in